What if robots learn the job by working alongside humans? That's exactly the mission from Walden Robotics. Instead of hard-coded workflows, Walden's robots use AI models that adapt through real-world operation, picking up new skills on the job rather than requiring task-specific programming. How does it work? The full-stack system pairs hardware, AI, and deployment software, letting robots work alongside humans from day one. Walden's targeting manufacturing and logistics, industries squeezed by labor and rising complexity. Some of the industries include automotive, aerospace, semiconductors, and electronics. Hey, need reliable components for your next design? Make Mouser Electronics your go-to source. Altech Corp's tower lights are modular, stackable LED signal towers designed for industrial automation and control applications. Featuring a sleek 50mm diameter design with SMD LED technology, they offer continuous, flashing, and rotating illumination in a diversity of colors. Key specs include IP65 NEMA 4X protection, a wide voltage and temperature range, and an optional 80 decibel buzzer. Additionally, the lights are available in single color or multi-color versions with various base and pole mounting options. Altech Corp's tower lights are ideal for machine status, process monitoring, and alarm signaling across manufacturing, elevator maintenance, and panel inspection applications. Check them out today by visiting Mouser.com or by clicking the link below.
Well, as we all know, motors come in all shapes and sizes. Stepper motors in particular are very interesting because they have more leads and they can move incrementally in both directions. But the driver boards that we use for them can be pretty complicated. There's a lot of terminals, but they come in 4 different categories. The first set of terminals is for the power input. Now we power stepper motors with a lot of different voltages, so we'll often see these with anywhere from 18 to 80 volts DC, or sometimes more or even less, depending on the size of the motor. The next set of terminals is the terminals that go out to the motor itself. Stepper motors have often 4 leads, 6 leads, or 8 leads, so we have to get the driver board that's suitable for whatever motor that we're using. The next set of inputs come from the controller. Now it's important to remember that a stepper driver board is not a controller itself. It needs some sort of processor to send it the right signals to tell the motor what to do. These usually consist of a direction and a step. The direction, being a positive or negative voltage, determines clockwise or counterclockwise, while the step allows us to move incrementally. Some driver boards use a clockwise step input and a counterclockwise step input. The signaling is similar, but the programming is different, so we need to be aware of which one we're using. The final category of inputs is a resistor, and that resistor is designed to limit the amount of current that's sent to the coils. The datasheet for the motor will tell us how much current is required for the motor coils, so we have to choose the appropriate resistor between those terminals, called a current limiting resistor. Stepper motors are really interesting, and they can be pretty intimidating to use because of the complex wiring. But we need to make sure to choose the right wiring, setup, and the right motor and motion control for a project, and stepper motors can do some pretty impressive stuff. Andy, back to you.
All right, it's time to adjust your knowledge gains in our Smart Bit quiz with our 3 control automation questions. The questions are scored using actuator output percentage, and today we're going to be testing your knowledge on trick automation questions. Let's begin with our first question worth 25%. A high-resolution encoder upgrade promises perfect precision, but the machine still misses its mark. A high-resolution encoder is installed, but positioning doesn't improve. Why? Is it A, the system is already limited elsewhere, or B, higher resolution only helps at higher speeds? And the answer is A. The system is already limited elsewhere. Higher encoder resolution only improves feedback precision. If the system is limited by mechanical backlash, compliance, vibration, or electrical noise, the controller still cannot achieve better overall accuracy. The encoder may detect more detail, but the rest of the motion system must be capable of responding to that information. Okay, let's move on to our next question worth 25%. A control engineer cranks the sampling rate to max turbo mode, expecting silky smooth performance, but then the system starts jittering like it had too much espresso. Increasing sampling rate in a control loop will A, improve stability, or B, potentially introduce more noise and processing load. And the answer is B, potentially introduce more noise and processing load. Increasing the sampling rate allows the controller to capture motion changes more frequently, but it can also capture more high-frequency noise in the signal. Without proper filtering and sufficient processing capacity, the added data can increase computational load and make the control system less stable rather than improving performance. Okay, let's move on to our final question worth 50%. A robot performs perfectly in the quiet lab, but after moving to the factory floor, it starts acting like it skipped the training manual. A control system works in the lab, but not on the factory floor. What changed? Is it A, environmental noise and real loads? Or B, the control algorithm stopped working? And the answer is A, environmental noise and real loads. A system that performs well in a controlled lab may encounter unexpected challenges in the factory, such as electrical interference, mechanical vibration, temperature changes, or varying loads. These real-world conditions can affect sensors, communication, and control performance, revealing issues that were not visible during initial testing. Want to try again? Just click the link on your screen and be sure to check out our other Automator's Edge videos for the latest in control automation.